So, uh, I'm Matt. I'll be running another random encounter game. Uh, I have no idea what's going to happen in this one, so let's see how bad it turns out. Uh, I am going to go from left to right on my screen to have the players introduce themselves. So, going to start with Caitlin.
Awesome. My name is Caitlin. I'm a token Australian. I am going to be playing Gia today. She's my new human monk, and she's pretty unflappable. She's seeking enlightenment. She didn't find it where she was originally training, so she's now looking for it while traveling and adventuring.
Darren, you're next.
Yeah, I'm Darren, and I'll be taking Siona, which is an elf of small stature, yet packs a wallop, encased in intricate black plate mail armor, which she rarely is away from. Evading a strange past, and pursuers, she's met up with some friends now and joined them on this mission. Cleric 5th level.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm gonna play Hope. He's a tiefling warlock who's a business owner, and the reason he stayed on the quest today because he's tired of his newborn child yelling all the time.
DJ?
Yeah, this is DJ. I'll be playing Lila. She's a half-elf ranger, level 3, and still riding the excitement and the high from the squatters adventure she was recently a part of, and is excited to get back out with everyone.
Alex?
I'm Serene Wave Rider. I am a Divine Soul Sorcerer, and my single and only mission is to make the Wave Rider clan be remembered, and she plans on doing so by making as many friends as possible and following the ways of Deep Shashalas, who is an aquatic elf god who wants to help encourage elves to go back into the sea.
And Will.
My name is Will. I'll be playing Jebediah today, who has, for some strange compulsion, decided that it'd be a good thing to grab a lute and just start strumming along all the live long day. That's all I got.
Okay.
I have a lyre. We should do a duet.
I have a flute.
Oh, no, wait. It's not a lute. It's not a lute. That's right. I picked viol, not the lute.
That's
I have a
viol.
flute. A viola.
A viol, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I got a half-dead baby cow that I'm eating, or a tube with stuff in it. I don't know.
Okay. So, it is the morning. Part of this group had a ruckus night before with a seemingly interdimensional goblin that just likes to cause mischief and destruction in his wake.
Good manager.
So, what are you guys' morning routines?
Gia has found a nice corner of the Guildhall, and she's going through her katas and she's probably going through some yoga. She's doing some warm-up martial arts. She's getting herself all stretched out.
Serena is going to burst out of her water barrel, stretch, then get stretched too hard, fall out of her water barrel, and spill the water everywhere. Then she's gonna roll around in the water because she loves rolling around in water. It makes her scales feel nice and fresh. And then she's gonna pick up the barrel and use her magic to put it all back inside. And then she's gonna look around for things to do and people to talk to.
Yeah. A couple of the ladies that work there just kind of shake their head at you and kind of walk away.
They're just jealous because they can't breathe underwater.
Jebediah is going to be searching around, trying to find other members of the guild who are, in fact, wizards of one kind or another. He's going to be looking to trade spells and give spells that he knows to get spells that he doesn't know. He has just recently received his second spell book back from the Mages Guild, and he's looking for more spells so that he can try and help build the Mages Guild's spell library back up, as apparently they were completely or almost completely decimated by the Red Dragon.
Hope is gonna wake up early because he have a newborn. He's gonna go to the guild early because there's too much nice at home. And yeah, he's early at that. And probably brings a beer and look at Serena fall out of the barrel.
Lila is doing a little bit of target practice out near the edge of town. She often sort of looks back in the direction of where her parents are, as she still is holding a lot of guilt about leaving them. But she'll start to make her way back towards the guild hall after firing off a few rounds of arrows.
Yeah, and because of you're firing into things that were set up for target practice, you're able to recover all your arrows because it's designed that the arrows won't break when they come in contact with the target.
Okay, that was going to be my next question. Can I retrieve my arrows?
Yeah. So, I believe Siona wanted to look for diamonds
and some other spell components just to make sure that she's found her. She's a bit more familiar with the city now. She's been here for probably about 3 months and knows some people. And I forget the name of this one particular merchant that sold components. But if I could find her, I could get some diamonds and other things. Yeah. Spend some big money. It's going to be expensive, but...
Oh, big lady. I'll come with you.
I appreciate it. Why, you are a strange creature indeed. Can you stay out of the water for very long?
Oh, I could stay in the water indefinitely.
Jebediah will tag along, see if he can't find any scrolls of first level spells that are for sale.
I'm really good at talking to people. People love me. Except for the ones who for some reason believe I will eat their cats. I don't know why people think I will eat their cats.
Well, I must warn you, I do have a couple pets, and I'm not sure if you've met them yet. We have adventured together.
No, I didn't see them.
Well, don't be alarmed. And I hold my hand out, and this bulge appears over top Siona's cloak, and it looks like there's a large rat making its way through. But what comes out the other side is a 8-legged creature, an arachnid. It's like a pale white spider, about the size of a rat.
I've never seen one of those before. I mean, I've seen really small ones, but nothing that big.
Like rubbing its tummy. It's shuddering and stuff.
I pick it up.
This one's name is Silk. Of course.
Such a pretty name.
And this is Thimble. The other one's shy. It won't come out.
And I just put my hand in front of it, arm in front of it, so it can crawl on me.
I'm surprised most people have shudder when they see these creatures. Please don't show it around too much, though. It draws unwanted attention, if you know what I mean.
It's okay. I'll just go tell everyone about it real quick.
Gossip. Psst. I speak in this strange language, and both spiders instantly disappear back into my armor.
No. They're so cute.
It's our secret, though. And I see this red wink inside the visor of her plate mail.
Okay, secrets. I can keep secrets.
That a girl. So, shall we go see my friend? She lives not far from here in a little back alley, and she keeps it sort of out of her back door. Karek introduced me to her, and it was his sister, I think Lucy's friend.
Sure, let's go.
Okay, we go for a jaunt now. I cover up my. Is it sunny out?
Yeah, it's a relatively clear day. It's
Okay,
it's warm.
We're like
It's
polar
not,
opposite.
well, being in full metal, you get warmer than other people, but it's not an overly hot day. The weather's starting to wind down, so the all the scorching days are behind you.
So, sir, it's Serena, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Cool. Yes, we had fun the other day fighting. I'm
I
not
don't
shy
know,
about
that
these things.
goblin was kind of creepy, and then he sent us to a desert, and it got in all that sand got in my scales. It took me all night to clean.
I thought my days of worshipping insane goddesses were over, or gods. Yeah, that was strange. Who else is with us, by the way? That we also had.
Just
Who
Jeb
of
as
you
far as
guys
I know.
actually went with them?
No,
Jebediah,
I stayed back. I've got no reason to follow them.
because he wanted to come look for scrolls with us.
Okay, so I bring him to that little shop, and hopefully it's open. There's a little bell in the back, and I ding, and it's.
I believe it was you, Serena, and Jebediah that went because he was looking for spell scrolls.
Right.
I forget her name, so I'll call her Kate for now.
I kind of like this trio. I like how Siona's trying to like conceal herself, but Serena's just waving to everyone, telling them good morning.
After about a minute, the door opens, and a woman is standing there.
Kate, remember me? It's Siona. I came here with Carrick last time, and you helped us out with some stuff. I came with some friends. I was hoping to buy some components.
Why don't you tell the group what Kate looks like?
She's a middle-aged woman, quite old actually, getting into senior years, gap-toothed, and almost a bit eccentric-looking. Not many people come here because she's known to sell sort of strange concoctions and has the old way. She's also moonlights as a midwife, I think. And she has all sorts of strange jars of herbs and strange creatures suspended in formaldehyde, and it's actually surprising, her knowledge.
Okay. She sees that's you and invites you in. Asks you, what are you looking for?
I'm saying I recently have gained some more prowess in the arts to my goddess, as you know, Alistair, and now she has granted me a boon, and I require some diamonds. Rather, a lot of them, actually. I'm looking at least about 600 gold piece value weight of pure diamonds. It's for a spell of necromancy that will help my friends. My common is getting much better, by the way.
I don't have those components. You'd have to go to a jeweler for that.
Do you happen to have any scrolls on hand or any sort of potions that any I gesture to Jebediah. This is my friend Jebediah. He's a recent friend, and we've fought together a couple times back to back. So I must say, so far, he's proven a true friend. And this is Serena, another friend
Hi.
recently that we joined up with. Yes, she's. How tall are you, Serena, by the way?
I'm 2 inches smaller than you.
Oh, so we are actually pretty small. Jebediah is probably tall, right?
Jeb's 6 foot even.
Yeah, okay, so you're way over. You're like a foot taller than me.
Okay.
Jebediah's just kind of looking around.
I play with Jebediah's ears.
She tells you she only has 4 potions of healing and 3 potions of greater healing.
How much money do I have? Let me check a minute. I have 5 healing potions. Any of you guys need healing potions?
No, I am good for healing potions. I am simply looking for scrolls of lower level magic.
Ah, any of the kind, Kate?
I don't usually have scrolls. I have components for all sorts of types of spells, but I don't usually have scrolls.
Okay. I'll make sure then I go through my list here and I make sure I have. Does she have any ruby dust? Most of my stuff is like.
Minerals are even more so nowadays. Valuable minerals are hard to come by for spell components. If you need a special herb or a part of a creature for a spell component, I can probably get that for you, but anything that any sort of
a forked
diamond
twig
dust or gold you'd have to get from a jeweler.
I suppose you don't have a small straight piece of iron.
Actually, I think you'd have to go to a blacksmith to get that.
Okay. Well, I got some more running around to do, my friends. I suggest we head off. Thank you so much for your time, Kate. You didn't have any scrolls, you said.
Yeah.
Would
You
Kate
have
have
to go to a magic shop for that.
Okay, so we'll have to head that way then.
Okay.
Poke. Poke, poke.
Off we go. And I spend the morning shopping around for ruby dust and raw diamonds and a forked twig. I suppose I can cut that from a tree. And a small straight metal rod.
Well, the rods are easy to get. It only costs you a couple gold for that. Well, yeah, the forked twig, it's easy to get. Any tree is obviously they'll grow forked because that's just how branches grow. Since the dragon attack, a lot of the jewelers left town because there's no economy here. No one's going to be buying diamonds.
Would there be like an abandoned dwarven mine shaft or something? Go loot.
Well, there is the mine in Endotrium, but that's still active, and it's not a diamond mine. It's an ore mine. There are still jewelers in town. Some of the more wealthy ones that have more built up places that are secure that they have. It's more of they may not be selling, but they're still there because their defenses are fortified that it'd be costly to move them. Like in the tens of thousands of gold just to set up another shop somewhere with the same amount of defenses. So there are still people here with that kind of material. It's just there isn't really much for them to sell to, but you can obviously make a case for buying something.
Oh yeah, can I try persuading them?
Sure. You. One of the places that's still in town, is an unassuming building with a couple of guards standing in front of a door that has a metal door that has a slit in it.
Hello. Knock, knock, knock. Anyone
Um,
there?
Alex, was Serena on that adventure about the thief?
No. No,
Uh,
it's not.
okay. Okay. Well, one of the guards asks you, "What is your business here?"
We want to buy some jewels for some magical purposes. Can we come in and see if you want to sell some? We have money.
Uh, they they look the three of you over,
They can
and
try, but I'm putting my face into the slit and just staring through it.
well, the slit isn't opened.
Oh, well, I put my face in it and kind of try to peek through it. Anyone there?
The one of them knock on the door around you. The slit opens, and there are eyes really close, staring into your eyes.
Okay.
And he
Hi.
sort of jumps back. And you hear a voice from the inside yelling at you, "Get off the door, you damn woman."
Dams are nice. But okay. And I step back.
And the eyes come back and look at the group. And the guy says, "Leave all your weapons out here."
Oh, but my staff is a family heirloom.
And you'll get it back when you leave.
Okay.
So,
We have to leave our weapons out here?
I
Yeah.
I guess I do we give it to them or do we just put them on the ground?
you hand them to they. One of the guards holds up this big crate box, and
I just put my staff, a single rock, and a dagger in there.
Yeah, I put my flail in there.
Surely one man with a single spear is no match for any of your fine warriors in this establishment.
Oh, don't be so defensive. It's not like you can fight them all without your spear anyways.
Well, it's an heirloom, and Jebediah is not giving it up.
well,
It's not happening. But
you're free to wait out here.
I rolled a 20 on my persuasion. Natural, modified to 27.
It is not something you can sway yourself on. They'll lose their job if they let anyone with weapons in there.
Then I'll wait.
Yeah.
I'll
Hey,
give
bye,
a
Jebediah.
short list of items written out in Elvish to Serena, do you speak Elvish or do you read Elvish?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, then I'll just make a short list of spells, like spell scrolls that I'm looking for in common, and just give it to Serena. And I'm not sure what it's called, but there's a common magical item out of Xanathar's that is used by wizards as a focus. It's like a war focus or something. You can stick it to a sword. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Because I can't remember the name of it, and I don't have access to my books right now.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
are you guys giving me your gold?
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I can look that up. Well, so while you guys are dealing with that over there, we're gonna cut back over to another group. So, uh, so, um, Caitlin,
Mm-hmm.
what do you plan on doing for the day? You're in the guild hall with Lila and Hope.
I don't know. I just thought they were going to be going on a short shopping trip, and then I would rejoin them when we were actually doing things. I guess so. Maybe exploring the area near the guild hall. Just sort of, I'm only recently to the town, so I'm just going to maybe go looking around carefully, see what I can find, just so I can know the layout of where I am.
Yeah.
I'm a wanderer, so I have good memory for like maps and geography and stuff, but I figured having an actual layout for land would probably help.
Yeah. Well, the guild does have a map of Illumina in the library that you can look at.
Yeah, so then Gia will go and definitely look at that. That'll be, she can memorize that quite quickly. So she'll go and she'll study that while everyone else is out. Just gonna make sure she knows what she's doing around here.
Yeah. Okay. So,
I think
Hope, what are you gonna do?
Hope is just waiting on a mission. So when there's no mission in the morning, he go to the Silver Challenge and buy a keg of ale and just bring it to the guild and just bring it until something coming up.
Okay. So, going back to the other, actually, Lila, what? You're just gonna go guild hall drink with Hope?
Yeah, that's fine. I can't remember. I looked on the list the other day. Is there any sort of archery shop? Because I'm interested in purchasing maybe a little bit better longbow if there's one available. But if not, then I'll just hang
Both
out.
5th edition are kind of one catch-all. If
Oh,
you
okay.
want to get an improved bow, you have to get a magical bow, and there's no magic in them at the moment.
Okay, then yeah, I'll go have a drink or some breakfast, because I think it's the morning time still. Is that correct?
Yeah.
A little mimosa.
Yeah.
And some breakfast meats.
Yeah. So you can go across the street to the Silver Chalice and get food and drink there.
Perfect.
Yeah. The two of you go into. It's a very nice looking shop. It's definitely one of meant for the higher tier of the city. It's ornately designed. A lot of soft metals are used everywhere. There's no real. It's not really aligned with glass cases or anything, but there is someone there that comes in. They do have a glass case showing off some pieces of jewelry, rings, bracelets, and necklace, but they don't have any raw jewels out in here. But there is a person there that you can talk to.
Hello.
Hello.
It's
what
us?
can I interest you in today? Looking for a nice ring or some sort of necklace or some sort of thing?
My friends, we are looking for raw gems.
Oh.
Do you happen to have anything in some carats, raw diamonds, rubies preferably?
What are you looking for exactly? You're looking for raw rubies?
Diamonds, actually, I require for some necromantic purposes.
What kind of magic?
Ah, nothing. It was trivial. I'm going to be making a beautiful mosaic splash for my kitchen wall.
It's not coming through the windows. Fine.
Well, yeah, we do have some diamonds that haven't been fitted or haven't been assigned to jewelry yet.
Wow, that's wonderful. That's exactly what I need.
And you said you were looking for whole rubies as well?
This,
Preferably the cuttings, the ground pieces you no longer need or use, the ones from the cuts.
You're looking for ruby dust.
Ah, yes. That is what you would call it.
Yeah. Well, every once in a while we get a wizard in here that needs components in that, so
Ah, you understand, of course.
yeah. Well, less so in the last weeks. But yeah, we can tell you those things. Unfortunately, because of the situation, these items kind of come with a premium.
Oh?
Yeah.
how much are we talking about?
How much of the supplies of value do you need?
How much will this be? And I pull a heavy sack out and clunk it down on the counter. I think there is around 1,000 gold pieces in this pouch.
But you never answered my question. How much do you actually need?
How much can 1,000 gold pieces buy? I would need... it's hard to tell. I need about 300 gold piece value weight for my purposes, but I wish to buy more. I wish to buy double that.
Yes, but you're not just buying diamonds, you're buying diamonds and ruby dust. Yes. I don't know how much of those you need, so I don't know how much of each quantity to give you.
Well, 100 gold pieces worth of ruby dust, and then 600 gold pieces worth of diamonds, and that would be suited for now, whatever that buys.
For the 1,000 gold, I can give you 250 gold worth in in ruby dust, and 500 gold worth of diamonds.
Ooh, that. That would be a bit short for me on the diamonds, unfortunately. But I will take that for.
If you just want the 100 gold value of ruby dust, I can give you 650 gold of value of diamonds.
Oh, sold! This is fun.
And I have a question.
Yeah.
I just exaggeratingly unfurled the scroll from that Jebediah gave me, and I say, "Do you have something called the Ruby of the War Mage? My friend needs it for his weapon."
Yeah. Can you give me a second? I realize my Vansar's in another room.
It's just a common magic item. I have it in front of me.
Okay. It's a common magic, so.
Oh, come on.
Will 200 gold cover it?
Oh, I needed the Xanathars because I needed the chart for selling magic items. The one when you're buying magic items. There's a table to roll on. I know that uncommon is 100 times D6, or D6 times 100, but I don't remember what the common one was.
Shopping episode.
It only goes up to 100 gold. Well, yeah, that's the base magic item price. Magic item offer is 1 to 10 is 50% of the base price, 11 to 20 is 100% of the base price, and 21 plus is 150. So I think that's a roll on your part. Oh, that's selling magic item. So buying a magic item. Doesn't really say. Craft magic items. Oh, there we go. 1d6 plus 1 times 10. Did you leave?
Still shows him
I
as
think he
being.
went to get the book.
Yeah, he might have.
It's Matt. It's 1d6 plus 1 times 10. Matt. Oh well.
Okay.
I feel like Lyle's going to be really drunk by the time we get to adventuring.
That magic item will cost you 100 gold.
Sold. And I just give him 100 coins.
100 gold coins or 100 coins?
100 gold coins.
Okay.
That's all the coins I have.
Okay. So, the tenant goes into the back room and is able to procure the items that he bought, and then brings them out, shows them to you to inspect, and then you exchange items for your gold.
Yay.
They ask,
Items.
is there anything else I can help you with?
No, I'm good. Thank you, kind sir. You look amazing today.
Okay, let's go back to the posting and look for an adventure.
Okay. And I give Jeb his ruby.
Thank you. I appreciate this. How much did it cost you?
What?
How much did it cost you? What was the price of this ruby?
There was kind of a lot of gold coins being thrown around, and I lost track while I was counting.
Okay, so at this point, he is going to not look at Serena anymore. He's going to look at oh lordy, I
I'm
just
suck with
having
names.
fun.
Yes,
I'm totally-
Siona's. Siona, do you recall how much this ruby cost?
It's, was it 100 gold pieces?
I do not know. That is why I am asking the two of you.
There's 100 gold pieces.
Oh, okay, thank you.
No,
And
wasn't.
Jebediah will pull out 100 gold pieces and hand it to Serena and say, "Thank you. I appreciate your help."
I don't want it.
Pardon?
On your way back to the guild hall, you guys hit a magic shop. The one magic shop that is still open in Illumina.
Okay.
And what are the spells that you looked for?
The three that I'm primarily looking for right now are Burning Hands, Catapult, and Tash's Hideous Laughter.
I can teach you catapult.
No, Serena, no, you cannot. I must have the spell in my spell book in order to learn it. You are a sorcerer. Things come naturally to you, whereas I must study in order to get them prepared in my mind. It's the best way I can describe the difference between a sorcerer and a wizard.
Oh. You're a bone reader.
Indeed, if that is what your people call a wizard.
We call them shamans.
So,
As my people are fond of saying, potato, potato.
What's a potato?
It is a potato that has 4 eyes instead of 2.
I didn't know potatoes had eyes.
They have many. There are multi-eyed potatoes. I have seen as many as 14 eyes on one potato.
I think you're making crap up now.
I think you're lying. I don't believe you. No, this is one of those times where potatoes don't have eyes.
Husband has lost his mind.
Do you hear my wife in the background?
Just a little.
Just a little. Yeah, she's carrying on about how I've lost my mind.
14 eyes in one potato.
Yeah, 14 eyes on one potato.
This is why couples that D&D together stay together.
My wife doesn't play,
No, it's okay.
but she gets a kick out of making fun of me while I play. So I guess it's simpatico.
I don't have that.
Okay, let's buy these scrolls.
yeah. Just okay. So, what were the 3 scrolls they were looking for?
Catapult, Burning Hands, and Tasha's Hideous Laughter. But depending upon what they have, I may be interested in buying more.
Okay. Well, the Burning Hands is going to cost you 400 gold.
Yikes! I don't have that kind of money.
How much gold do you have?
And they don't have Catapult.
Okay.
Tasha's Hideous Laughter. It will cost you 1,100 gold.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of money either. Not for common magical scrolls.
Not 1,100. Sorry, I was adding 2. It was 110. I added one too many zeros.
Okay, 110 I can do. Was the other one? Did the other one have too many zeros on it as well?
No, they just don't have that spell.
No. I mean the Burning Hands. You said it was like 600 or 400 or something like
It was
that
400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. 400. Burning Hands is a second level spell.
No, it's a level 1
No,
spell.
it's a level 1 spell.
It's a level 1 spell.
Oh,
And
That's
sorry.
why I was like, yeah, there's no
Then
way
it
I can
was-
afford.
Then it was 40.
Okay, then I'll take both of those. So I'll give the shopkeeper 150 gold for Burning Hands and Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
I don't know. For some reason, I was thinking Burning Hands is a second level spell.
Now, Scorch, something, Scorch.
Scorching Ray.
Yeah, that's like a second level spell.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I'll do that, and
Yeah, because first level spell scrolls are common, second level
Right.
are uncommon. So I was, yeah, and I was rolling more dice because of economy.
yeah, I got you. Yeah, I just didn't have 400 for first level spell. Was all.
Oh, that 400 was for second level because that for some reason Burning Hands. I just automatically think I have no idea why. So yeah,
Jebediah on board.
Okay, all right.
so you get
I'm
your
done.
Tasha's Hideous Laughter and Burning Hands spell scroll.
Cool, thanks. All right, let's proceed back to the guild before
They have
Serena dies of boredom.
a DC 13.
They have what?
To use the spell, they have a DC 13.
Okay, I'm gonna save the scrolls. I'm gonna copy them into my spell book.
But you still have the spell scroll after that, so they're DC.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay, so Jebediah is cool with going back to the guild hall.
So it was early morning, so by the time you get back, it's about 11. It's almost
Okay.
noon.
All that
Hope
walking.
and Viola are there drinking. And
This is so true to my real life. Yeah.
uh,
Just sitting around day drinking.
It's true.
I day drink too. Cups of water.
okay, so and everyone's back from what they're doing, and
We should go bounty hunting.
And Caitlin, you're back by this time as well.
Catelyn looks impressive.
So you guys are all back. It seems like a relatively normal, well, uneventful day.
We should go slay some goblins. Or some big monsters. The bounties are still up, right?
Are you talking about the bounties the city puts out?
Yeah.
Those are always active. Anyone can turn them in. Although you might not get as much money as you would have before.
Serena doesn't really have a. She knows what money's value is, but she still doesn't have a huge grasp of it. So she's like, let's go get some money and kill some monsters.
Yeah. There has been a rumor that in the fields to the east, there's been a hill giant walking around, and that is on the bounty list.
I have not faced a hill giant in battle before.
Oh, I have. They're easy, and they have soft skin. I know because
Are
I
you
did a
sure you're
bounty.
thinking of the right type of giant?
yeah. Well, after we killed it, I got it open and I carved off the piece of its skin and I gave it to somebody. I can't remember who his name was, but he has a big sheet of giant skin in his backpack. And I gave it to him. And then I was told that's not something you're supposed to do, and that hill giant skin is not poisonous. So I did that for nothing.
Sorry, I'm still having nightmares about that.
Yeah.
And then another elf told me that I shouldn't do that because desecrating the dead is bad. So we gonna kill it or not?
I have no issues with hunting for this giant, although I'm not exactly sure why you would want to skin one. Has this giant been causing problems for Illumina or the surrounding area?
Oh, it's stealing food from fields.
And there's a lot of food to steal.
Then perhaps
None of the farmers really want to engage it, but it's not really coming close into their storehouses. It's sort of just eating food while it's still in the ground, or once, like the day before they're about to harvest something, it gorges itself.
I have some experience with giants. I could possibly try to persuade him to move out of this area, or if needs be, we can push him back by force.
I
thought
I agree
bounties
with.
only worked if you killed them.
Oh,
I see
I
no
don't know how
problems
this
with
works.
something this giant.
Drunken Hope comes and say, "We captured the hill giant." The Brigadier capture.
Jebediah is going to look at Hope and just. Have you ever tried to capture a giant before?
Right? Yes.
And were
I think the
you
question would be,
successful?
successful.
Probably not. That's why we try again.
Well, I am with you for going out after this giant, but I think perhaps we should try to talk to him first. Giants just don't run around eating crops and not destroying things if they are chaotic of nature.
and I could cast. Oh, forget. Hold on. Calm emotions. Everyone just calm down.
We can hope.
Oh,
So are we getting anything out of talking to it?
I do not know. We have not tried talking to it yet.
then let's
I
go.
Well,
see.
you're still in the guild hall, so
Let's get a carriage. I haven't been a carriage in a while.
We need a lot of rope to capture it.
Off we go.
All right, let's do this.
Yep.
Let's go Leroy Jenkins on this or something.
I say I'm gonna do things, but I really don't know how to go about doing these things. So I just follow Jebediah and make him do these things.
Jeb will go and get the horses, but he will. I am no good with your land carts. I believe somebody else will have to hook this up, but I have the horses here.
Do we
I
need a
don't know
carriage?
how to do it either.
if you go to
If you want a wagon, somebody else is going to have to drive it.
or you can hire someone. If you go to the
Yeah, let's get a
stables,
person.
you can. There's they'll hook it up for you. They'll do everything. There's the horses and wagons there for you.
Okay.
Uh,
So
And
there's a NPC that I have that we can use who can drive.
Okay.
I'll pay him 50 gold to drive it. His name is Tolkar. He's a half-orc barbarian. I'll pay him 50 gold.
okay.
Nice.
Works for me.
People are nice when you pay them enough shinies.
Yes,
Oh.
most people in this world are motivated by it.
Are you going to ask around the watch about the rumors of the hill giant? Or you just
Yes,
gonna-
probably be a good idea.
It's probably a good idea to
Yeah.
go talk to them, yes.
Do a retcon.
How much are they paying? Which direction was the giant seen in? What are the odds of being splattered all over the place? You know, those kinds of common questions.
That kind of fun stuff.
Good calls.
So you ask around the watch, and they say, yeah, several farms in this area have been having issue with a hill giant coming in and eating the food right out of the field. But it's not like it's causing issue. Like it's eating a lot of food, but it's not destroying anything. It's not killing anything, which is strangely weird for a giant.
That was kind of Jebediah's point. Is typically that what knowledge he has of hill giants is not of them just kind of going and getting food, eating it, and then leaving. You know, if a giant is roaming around, it's gonna have gone rogue, and it's gonna start attacking people or whatever to either cause mischief or get stuff or something like that. So, if we can find direction, and then
Well, they're more than willing to point it out because if your free time want to go deal with it, they're more than willing to just point you in the direction. Yeah, they're more than willing to just let you handle it.
okay,
So
the bounty that's on it, how much is that?
you gotta give me a second because it's for.
You know
I
what would
gotta
be
find
sad? If we killed the giant, but it was just stealing food so it could take care of its giant family, and then we were the bad people.
I mean, it's stealing. That's not exactly helping anyone either.
True, but is stealing food to feed oneself a offense that it should be punished by death?
Yes.
Not in any way. I meant that we should talk to it. Is that no longer what our decision is?
I am all for talking to this giant to see if we cannot make it leave without killing it. But at the end of the day, buzzards must eat, same as worms.
What?
the notice that's always been on the guild board of hunts state that if you kill a hill giant, Omu will pay you 100 gold. That's what the notice says.
If we kill it, not if we get it to go away.
What if you capture is that twice as much?
No. Well, you could always try, but these are payments on extermination.
Mm. Seems like if you want your payday, we have to kill it.
So, the area where it's spotted is about a day and a half travel.
Okay, so Yeah, let's head out, see if we can find it, and see if we can solve the issue. Whether it
Yep.
becomes an issue of killing the giant or making the giant leave, we can figure that out later.
I'll follow your lead.
So, I'm just gonna fast travel this because you get to the farmstead at the night because you started halfway through the day. It took you to by dark on the second day to get there.
Okay.
I ask Lila her hair.
Well, I'm sorry, you were cutting out. What did you say?
Can I comb your hair?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Are you combing it because you think it looks bad, or because you have a stylistic vision, or both?
Actually, neither. I just want to see how elven hair feels.
Okay, fair enough. I'll allow it.
I don't have a comb either, so I'm just basically running my fingers through your hair.
Mm. Lila hasn't had this type of interaction with Ray people, and she's strangely okay with it. And
So
she's not sure
silky.
how she feels about it.
Soft, like wet grass.
No, maybe not how I would describe my hair, but
Wet grass. To her, that's a compliment.
So,
wet grass is a new one.
Well, I guess what my tribe would use is silky seaweed.
Okay, all right. I could see how that works in context.
That's fine.
so
Is there anyone at the farmstead? Or have they
Yeah.
sort of like there is?
What?
yeah, there's some people coming out of the house wondering why a group of people have shown up at their place.
While we were traveling, Jebediah is going to scribe those 2 scrolls into his spell book, and he's also going to attune with the Ruby of the War Mage.
Okay.
Gia would like to approach the people that are now approaching them and say, "Hail, friends. We are from Illumina. We heard that you were having some kind of giant problem. Would that be correct?"
Yeah, it's weird. Like we'll see it come. Like we don't want to deal with it because it's a giant, but it just
That's fine.
eats a bunch of stuff and then leave. Like it's not even taking the livestock. It's eating our vegetables.
That is peculiar. So it hasn't been aggressive in any way towards you? Or?
No, it
A vegetarian hill giant.
This
That's the
does
first.
not sound like any hill giant I have ever heard of.
Indeed, it sounds peculiar. When did it start appearing?
only recently, maybe about a week and a half ago.
Mm-hmm. So it is quite recent.
Do you know where it is now?
No, but it sort of rotates around several different farms in the area. But I expect to see it within a day or so.
This is indeed strange. Hill giants are not known to simply roam from one place to another, taking selectively. Hill giants are known, at least from my tribe, they are known to devour everything in an area before they move on.
I will say that I don't have much experience with giants myself. I'm willing to defer to your judgment. It does sound peculiar.
He's right.
Well, what should
You
our plan
say
of action be going forward?
they're lazy and stupid usually. They will not go before they have exhausted the area, fouled their nest, even to their standards.
So I guess we just sit here and wait for it to show up.
Yeah.
I turn to the...
Who are you guys again?
We are from the UAG in Illumina. There was a mention that it had been causing you trouble. We thought that we would help you with your problem. Is that okay?
Okay.
Jebediah will walk up to whichever one of them has been doing the speaking and will just say, I am Jebediah. That is Serena. And he will
Hi.
introduce the entire party and be like, we are from the Unnamed Adventurers Guild. The guards in Illumina have stated that the hill giant in your area has been causing you problems, and therefore we have come to try to get rid of it, whether by voice or by violence, we do not know yet. If it would be all right, we would like to take shelter in your barn for the night so that when tomorrow comes, we may start looking for this giant.
Oh. I guess since you're going to be taking care of the giant, I guess you can stay in the bar.
We thank you. And he'll step back into the group and we'll go about doing, Jebediah things.
So, she shows you around back where the barn is, and so you can stay there. And sort of walks away, but kind of still watching you.
She doesn't seem very pleased with our presence.
Indeed not. We are a group of heavily armed people who have shown up without so much as a forewarning or a courtesy call from
Or the
one
fact
of the
that no
guard.
one here has sent a notice of help to Illumina.
Indeed.
She didn't send the notice of help, then why did the person first... Okay.
Because you heard a
sound...
rumor that a hill giant was walking around. You didn't say. No one said that they were asking people for help.
Who set the bounty?
The
Bounty is just from the city.
the city set out, if you kill this creature, we will pay you this amount. It's not saying that this creature we're asking you to go head out. If you happen to kill that creature in the Illumina area, we will pay you this because you did the service of getting rid of that creature.
Right, it's like bounties on the old bounties on wolves or coyotes or nuisance animals of one form or another. They're a nuisance and they breed like rabbits, so to speak. So the more of them you take out, the less of them there are messing with livestock or rooting around in somebody's crops or that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's bounty is to just try and get rid of them, so that they're not causing damage. Whether they're actually evil or not is a completely different question or story.
Okay. That was squeaky.
Completely irrelevant question and series of actions. I asked them, where do you guys want a well? I'm asking the owners of the land.
We don't need a well. We already have one.
Oh, okay. That's it. If they don't want one, that's fine. I was just gonna dig a really big hole and fill it with water.
Okay. Well, are we still going to confront the giant even though the people don't want our help? Or
Well, I
They
mean,
didn't say they
they
didn't want your help. They just didn't ask.
Oh,
No one
okay.
has asked for help yet because it hasn't become a big enough an issue. Because when you ask for help, you have to put up a reward, and if it's not becoming a big enough a nuisance that they want to pay out a reward yet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
which is why this is more along the lines of if you want to do it on your free time, which is what the guard said. So anything that we end up getting would be different than, is somebody had come to Pincus and said, we're going to give you each person this amount of money for taking care of this thing.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
We're dealing with a problem before it's a problem.
That is fair. Okay. Okay, well, did we want to...
Well,
gotten
it's
quite dark. Did you want
yeah,
to just
it's
bug down for the night?
yeah. The best thing to do is probably just bed down for the night and wait till the morning in order to go looking for this thing.
That sounds fair to me.
So you all, you're able to find some soft spots to lay down, or if you have bedrolls, you can use that. If you
Yeah,
don't want to
that's
lie
good.
directly on hay or that.
I sleep on the wagon.
Hope gonna keep watch all night.
I don't need to. I'm incredibly acclimated to cold climates, so
Yeah.
Gia's going to do some end of the day stretching and freak you all out with a bit with how flexible she is, and then she's going to just sort of not really lie down. She's gonna sleep rested up against a wall, so sitting upright. Not the most comfortable, but it feels more practical at the moment.
Okay. So you all sleep normally. Not.
Siona's nocturnal. She stays up.
Okay. Did you rest during the day?
If the opportunity comes up, I would. But
Okay. So yeah, you basically took your long rest during the day, so you're
yeah, I have my clock set up so I sleep in late. Get up at like 3 or 4 in the afternoon and then stay up till 6 in the morning.
And Hope don't sleep, but I have to keep watch all night.
You and Fiona keep watch, keep yourselves entertained, and nothing happens.
With ale.
Hope seems a bit of a drunk.
So,
only a bit.
night night passes, morning comes.
I have some rations, and I stand up and I do my usual morning routine. And while I'm doing that, I'll call over to the
me a
others.
Constitution check.
Okay.
I'm just watching.
Who?
Gia.
I didn't get any of my dice. This is really awkward. It's a 15.
Okay. You stretch a little bit more to stretch your back out. It wasn't you slept, but it wasn't the most comfortable sleep.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're a little tight, but you're able to work it out.
Awesome. I call over to the others and say, how do we wish to go about this hill giant? Shall we go and search for tracks, see if we can find him?
This would probably be best.
Okay, I'm gonna drag Siona. She's sleeping.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'm sleeping in till 2:00 earliest.
She's
But
really heavy sled.
I'll get up though.
So, Siona and and Serena are going to stay back while the rest of the party go look for the giant.
No, I'll wake up. I can go a couple days without sleep.
Wake up, wake up.
Okay. I slept for about 3-4 hours, and then
So, yeah, you're yeah, you slept, but you didn't have enough sleep, so you can go on your day, but later on, you're going to feel sluggish.
right. Oh, sunlight. Ah, put on the burqa.
So you head deep into the fields. Um, they're already the family's already out working the field, and they point you in the direction of where they usually see the giant.
Yep.
Let's go look for tracks. I'm okay for looking at tracks.
I will help her out. So see if I can find any.
So anyone who's looking for tracks, roll survival.
I got 3. I got
14.
Yeah, I got a 14 too.
Okay.
Curse my terrible wisdom score.
So you're able to see tracks, but you can definitely tell they're old. You don't see any fresh ones.
The old tracks, are we able to follow in the direction they've left in? Like maybe we can follow them back to where he is recently?
Do you want to follow where the tracks are going or where they're coming from? Because the woman said, what I'm recalling here, he goes in a pattern.
Okay.
We'll follow where it's coming from then.
Well, if he goes in a pattern, did we find out from what the owners what the pattern was, or?
In this area, there's several different farms that are sort of, kind of, the ends of the fields are kind of in this end in the same area.
Okay.
The giant just sort of travels around at that end point.
Okay, then feels like we should head to that area, shouldn't we?
Sounds good to me.
So we're gonna head
Found some
towards.
things, but I think you guys are on a better lead because I'm mostly confused.
That's fine. You can come with us. We're going to go towards where the tracks are coming from. Does that sound right? That if he's going, he starts in the same spot and then goes out to the different farms. So we should go to where it's coming from.
Yeah, then we'll meet him where he is next or last, if we're referring
We'll
to
go to the
future.
meeting point where the fields all meet together and see what we can see there.
I'm going with Jebediah.
Yeah, we'll head to where the tracks are coming from, or where the because if they follow a pattern and these farmers are expecting the giant to come back within the next day or two, that would be either today or tomorrow. The pattern would dictate that if it is coming back this way, then if we follow where the tracks came from, we should end up either meeting the giant or getting close to it.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. The way these farm lots are kind of like out, it's kind of like they're all rectangle plots that are kind of Tetris in, so it's not all parallel. It's sort of so this farm has at the very end of their field is there's sort of like an invisible line. It's like land that's kind of getting into hilly and mountainous areas, so it's not very well. They can't farm it, so it's just so there's like the land goes all the way back, and then to the right of the field starts another farm, and to the left of the field is another farm. But there's sort of this hilly mountainous area that just sort of is there. So
I mean, that sounds like a place that a hill giant would be. Does that sound right to you, Julia? You have more knowledge of them than
Yeah,
I do.
I'm good with that.
I don't know much about surface world stuff, so I will take your word for it.
mind you, their field is still crosswise. It is a big amount of area.
Mhm.
So to travel from one field to another would take part of the day.
Okay. Well, what do we think we should do then? We're going to travel.
That okay?
At this point, Jebediah is going to call upon Mr. Bigglesworth.
Because in Modern Warcraft.
No, actually, Mr. Bigglesworth is Jebediah's familiar.
So Captain sounds familiar.
He's going to summon his long-eared owl, and he is going to communicate with him that he needs to fly up about 90 or 95 feet or so, and as we're circle around looking, see if he can find if the giant is within the area, because the owl should be able to see a lot further from 95 feet up than we can with the crops and whatnot in our face.
Are you looking through your familiar?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
when you
you're
look
in a
through your
search area.
familiar, you are unaware of your surroundings.
So I will ask my companions to watch over my body and to try and shake me awake.
You can still walk, and that it's just you can't see or hear anything around your own body.
All right,
Don't
so
worry.
yeah,
I'll pull you along.
don't kill me, or don't let me get killed while I'm looking for this giant. While I'm looking,
You will keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
She's sort of seeing this kind of.
I'll
usually
pull
different
you
with-
along. I'll pull you along.
We don't know
Okay.
which direction we're going yet. Maybe we wait.
Well,
so that's what Jeb will do is he'll start searching the area from above using Mr. Bigglesworth as like an eye in the sky.
So as you guys go, it's make the owl. It's a perception check with advantage
Okay.
using the owl stats.
So that would be a perception of. It's got a passive perception of 13. +1.
If it has a passive of 13, it gets +3.
+3. Okay.
Yeah, perception +3, stealth +3.
High roll was a 13.
Okay. So, it didn't really see all that much. But, hasn't noticed and haven't noticed anything big.
Okay, then I'll return to my senses, and I won't dismiss him. I'll just have him flying. Give a hooty hoo or whatever.
Woohoo!
If he sees something.
Okay.
And then I guess we should probably continue following the tracks for the
It when it gets to be about midday, you hear the owl start hooting.
Okay. I guess what I'll do is tell my companions to, watch over my body, and then back lack of a better phrase, climb up into the owl and see what the owl sees.
Yeah. So, make another perception.
Okay, on this one I got a 22.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely see giant creature. It's about 160 feet away.
All right, I will drop my.
Definitely hasn't noticed you guys.
Has not.
Has not.
Okay, so I will drop my consciousness back into my own skull. I will use an action to dismiss the familiar. No, I take that back. I will use an action to have the familiar land on my shoulder, and then I will let everybody know the giant is that
It'll
way.
take a little while because you have it flying almost 100 feet above the ground. It can't fly that fast downward.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Just have it eventually when it gets up in there. But let everybody know, hey, look, the giant's over there, and it's pretty close.
Now we can go talk to it, right?
Yes.
My suggestion might be that Jebediah having some more experience. Maybe I'm not a very persuasive person. I'd prefer to sort of maybe stealth my way and provide as backup in case the giant reacts negatively.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to him.
No.
Careful. It's a dangerous.
Yeah,
being.
Jebediah is going to look at Serena. Do you speak giant?
Wait, giants have their own language?
Yes. Giants have their own language. I speak giant. This giant may not even understand what you are saying. It is best if you let me talk to it first. If you stay here with the rest of the group in case I get in trouble, you can come and assist. But for now, I recommend you stay where you're at.
She is going to accompany Jebediah not to talk, but she rolls a 21 on stealth to sort of stealth in near him just in case something goes wrong and he needs backup.
Okay, but I mean, I'll stay here with Siona, but Goatface is got a stinky breath already.
So you're hiding behind Jebediah.
Not hiding
it's an open
behind.
field.
Oh, it's an open field. Yeah. So there's nothing. It's completely open. There's not even like crops and stuff to hide in.
There's like a couple of
pieces of crops are growing.
Okay.
There's a couple of pieces of grass or whatever on the ground. You could like hold it up in front of your face. I'm a leaf. I'm a
Okay,
leaf.
then I won't do that. I'll just come in.
Hope gonna set his rope out and made a bit loose to test a lasso fin to test the giant.
Can we not capture it?
And I cast a shield of faith. Speaking this arcane, crispy tongue on who has no armor.
Serena. Serena's just standing there in her sorcerer's robes going doo-doo-doo. Yeah, she has no armor.
I touch her shoulders and there's a shimmering field comes around her.
So Serena now has a +2 to her AC.
Actually, now she has a base AC of 13 plus 2, so she'll have a 15 AC. Jebediah is going to cast Mage Armor on her.
Oh my god. This is the first time.
Highest AC you've ever had, right?
Gia's not going to like stealth in, but she's just going to try to sort of hang in the background. She doesn't want to appear overly threatening. She's going to make sure that Jebediah has some backup when he goes into chat.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jebediah is going to walk boldly towards the giant, and as he gets closer, he's going to try to identify what kind of giant it is. Is it actually a hill giant?
Uh,
I stay about 50 feet away.
roll nature.
Is it a hill giant? Like, is it a big thing with, like, are their heads hanging off its belt? Does it stink
25?
like a manure pile?
Yeah. Based on its size, skin tone, and overall shape, you can definitely tell it's a hill giant.
Huh.
It-
Interesting.
it's dragging a club along, and it's just minding its own business.
Okay, when it gets to within 80 feet, Jebediah is going to call out to it in giant, and it's going to make himself known if the giant hasn't already noticed him. He's going to say, "Hello, I would talk with you."
Everyone else is just hearing these primal grunts and that the giant kind of jumps a little hearing giant and just sort of turns at you and kind of looks around, kind of almost looking past you, wondering where the other giant is.
I will speak at him again, or I will speak to him again. "Hello, I would speak with you." And I will wave one of my arms so that he's like, he draw more attention to myself. Like, hey, dude, I'm the one talking down here.
Yeah. Yeah, it starts moving towards you, saying, uh, uh, what, uh, what do you wish, what does a little person like you have to say to me?
With that, Jebediah will spend a few moments explaining his tribe and the relationship that they have with the stone giants in the mountainous region that is north of their land, and he will explain that he is trying. He does not want a confrontation, but there have been rumors of a non-violent, non-marauding hill giant in this area that has been trying to avoid people and avoid bloodshed, but has been eating crops. And Jebediah is going to ask if he is the only giant in this area.
Uh,
Are you alone? Is basically what do you not have a clan? Where's the rest of your clan?
I don't like clans, so I left.
Fair enough. With this, Jebediah will ask the giant if he would be willing to work for his food instead of taking the crops from the people that are growing the crops around here. Would he be willing to work in order to get food?
I do not want to answer to anyone. I just want to live and eat.
At that, Jeb will nod, and then he'll tell the giant that he's causing distress on the farmers who are growing the crops here. He's taking food out of their mouths, and while he understands that the giant needs to eat, that the families that are growing the crops also need to be able to eat, and the people that they're growing the crops for also need to be able to eat. And Jebediah will express his interest in trying to get the hill giant food without the hill giant having to steal the food.
He says, I only eat little. There's so much there. They have more than enough.
Okay, what's it saying?
Jebediah will
Coming
just
up.
will hold up his hand. He says, "Please allow me to converse with my companions back here. We would love we want to end this with no bloodshed."
You told it to leave yet?
So Jebediah will back up a little bit, turn around, and then walk over towards the rest of them, and he'll explain the situation. This hill giant does not see that he is doing anything wrong. I have offered to try to find him a job, for lack of a better word, but he is content to just kind of roam around and eat whatever he wants. I do not think we are going to be able to end this amicably.
Have you tried informing him that by our civilization's laws he's committing a crime and that there will be consequences if he doesn't change his actions?
He does understand the concept of stealing.
He just doesn't care.
No. He believes that he is only taking a little and therefore it is not a problem.
But he's still taking, and that's against our laws.
Yes, I understand what you say. He does not.
Yes, I know that.
Well, why should he care?
Well, that's kind of his point. Why should he care? He is big. He can take if he wants.
The problem is that these people have no way of, what if he decides that taking a little is no longer enough? What if he decides he wants more of it? What if he starts, like at the moment it's only a little bit and he's rotating farms? What happens if he sits down and eats an entire farm's harvest for the season? They won't have any food themselves.
I understand what you say. I have said the same thing to him.
I'm also curious. I tried to give him the eye to see if he's wearing corpses, or I'm interested to see if he's been eating people or humanoids or committing vile crimes. Does he have the smell of carrion on him?
He is wearing a loincloth. He is carrying a trunk that's used as a club. You assume just because that's what he's always done, so that's what he always will do. But he does not have any. He does not have any living flesh attached to him, nor the smell of it.
Well, that's unusual.
I know that I can't understand, but so can I insight check the giant, see if he's sort of receptive to what Jebediah is saying?
Insight his disposition, but you can't tell if he's lying or anything.
Yeah, I wasn't want to check if he's lying. I just want to sort of see if he's actually, if he seems like he's the body language does it sort of imply that he is listening and trying to compromise, or if he's just ignoring us at this stage. Nat 20.
Yeah. He has no idea what you guys are saying, and he's just doing what he's doing.
Okay. Well, I understand that I'm the newest to this guild of yours, and I'm willing to defer to your thoughts on the matter. How do you feel that we should deal with this going ahead?
I will be honest, I am conflicted. The tribes of giant that my people are used to are stone giant. This is a hill giant, and while there are similarities, there are differences. Hill giants, like stone giants, should have a tribe. However, this hill giant has decided to leave his tribe. I do not know why, and it would take quite some time to figure out and to try to find some sort of solution, if you will. The only thing that I can suggest right now is to ask him to leave, and if necessary, remove him by force.
That seems fair to me. Could you relay that to him, that if he doesn't stop doing what he's doing, we're going to have to remove him by force?
It will mean a fight.
At this point in time, it doesn't seem like he's leaving us many other options.
I understand.
We can always go for non-lethal attacks. There's no reason that removing him by force would require his death. It may just require a lesson. Sometimes those need to be taught physically.
This I understand, and I do agree. Okay, so Jebediah is going to go again within, 80 some odd foot of the giant, and he's going to tell the giant straight up, you are taking from not just the people that are in this area, but you are taking from the people, and he's going to point back towards where Illumina is. You are taking from the people that live that way. This food is not just for the villagers and the farmers that live here. It is also for people who live in the city that way. If you are not going to stop and you are not willing to work for your food, then we must ask you to leave. And can I get is it possible to do a persuasion on that one to see if we can get him to leave without violence?
No.
Okay.
They have an intelligence of 5. He's too stupid to give into persuasion.
Okay. Damn, the only other thing I could think of is intimidation, but if I do that, then he's gonna...
He can react
end up-
If you pose yourself as a threat, he's going to react himself as a threat.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking, is if I try to intimidate him, he's going to react violently.
Yeah. His response is, why are you annoying me? I don't eat your kind. I don't eat your kind's pets. I just eat some of your things that are here. What is the matter?
So Jebediah will explain, or try to explain as best he can, that for when he eats without working, he is stealing food from other people's mouths. And he is going to repeat himself that if he is willing to work, plow fields, whatever, some sort of work in order to take part in eating the crops that are grown, then he is, he may be welcome. But if he insists on just taking what he wants, then he will have to be stopped. That's I'm not really sure how else to put that, to speak to somebody with an intelligence of 5.
I want to talk.
Could
to
just
him.
say you'll have to leave or you'll get punished.
Uh,
Actually, your way's better.
Yeah, he's grown tired of this talk, and he moves. He dashes towards you.
Okay. As soon as he starts dashing towards me, first thing I'm going to do is activate Blade Song.
Yeah. Everyone roll initiative.
Serena had a ready action on Jebediah for Shield of Faith, I believe.
Yeah, that was if the giant attacked. The giant is not attacking.
The giant is charging towards you guys, so roll initiative. So
Hey, talking primordial is not a bad thing.
I know. I mean, I took it because rope for like just for flavor reasons. Like, I liked the idea that she was up in like a mountain monastery somewhere over like quite isolated, and that she just chapped like the air and the earth elementals, and that was how she learned some of her like martial arts and shit from actually learning from the elementals, and that was cool.
I see primordial.
Nice.
So yeah, you two could have a conversation all by yourselves.
Damn straight.
Except she wouldn't want to. Nuts.
No, this is Gia. She's not Sario. She's a completely different outlook on shit.
It's about time we get to beat up this hill giant.
Well, I was trying to be diplomatic. I'm just saying.
The diplomacy was nice. It's always nice to try a bit of diplomacy.
Yeah, I commend you. I was
and you clearly tried really hard as well. Like, it was one of those, like, you did try several different ways to try and get it to understand, but it's just a bit too stupid. But there wasn't that.
You're not evil anymore. See, you'd be good.
No, see, that's the thing. Jebediah has never been evil. He understands the circle of life and that everything dies eventually by blade or, by accident or by old age. He just, with his background, he doesn't want to have to take on giants because he knows what they're capable of. And he was really hoping he'd be able to get this giant to just kind of mosey on or, work for his food, because a friggin' hill giant can do a heck of a lot of work.
Yeah. Yeah, Gia's a bit... I've got it down as neutral because I didn't know how else to put it. She's very much, she follows her own sort of code of conduct and stuff like that. Like, she appreciates that you've tried, and in her eyes, there was an attempt, and now it's completely fine to attack it. I think she would have probably been a bit more... I mean, she's not adverse to violence or anything like that. She just thinks that it shouldn't necessarily be the first course of action.
Well, yeah, Jeb's kind of the same way. He's more intent equals action. So if your intent is to attack somebody, it's the same thing as if you attack them.
Yeah.
So that's just the way he is.
Jeb, he's 40 feet from you.
Jebediah is going to, if it didn't happen before he started charging, Jebediah is activating Blade Song.
Okay.
And let's see.
Yeah. And Gia, if you attack him, you'll get advantage. He does not know you're there.
Oh, cool. A+. Have you finished your turn, Joe? I don't think you have.
No, I was just telling you to let you know that.
Okay. Yeah, damn straight. Cool.
Okay, so
I rolled perception and you are hiding behind people very well. He does not know you're there.
A+.
All right, so Jebediah will move his full 40 feet up to the hill giant, and he will attack it with Booming Blade and his spear.
Okay.
And got a 19 to hit.
That hits.
All right. So the giant will take 8 points of slashing damage, or excuse me, 8 points of piercing damage plus another 7. So 15 points of piercing damage, 4 points of thunder damage, and 1 point of acid damage.
And you get sneak attack because he doesn't have any allies.
Yeah, I threw that in there.
Okay, so what's the total?
The total is 20 total.
Okay.
And then Jebediah will move back the full 40 feet. No, can't do that. Already used. Did I use my bonus action for Blade Song?
Yes, you did.
Yes.
Okay, so it didn't go off first. All right. Well, it's nice knowing you folks.
Okay. So yes, Fiona's turn now.
That'll
It's fine.
be that'll be my turn.
Okay,
It's okay.
Siona, clang, 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 clang. She steps in front of Jebediah and
Do you have-
assumes a ready position and casts a spell. She goes down on her knee quickly and utters out that strange clipping language again as you see this dark essence swirling around her, and it coalesces into the shapes of these sort of beautiful angelic figures that dance around her and swirl around, but they have claws and teeth and look like they can, and they're going to defend her. It's a spiritual guardian spell, and any creature that comes close to her will be attacked by these things that she's called forth. She
Nice.
says, "Stay behind me, I'll get ready." And she brings her shield forward in her flail and readies herself, braces. And
So
she'll.
how far are you away from the hill giant?
I thought we were about 60 feet. It was dashing, or
Yeah.
80 feet. So it's not going to reach us, is
It
it?
was
No, it got 40 feet. So
Yeah,
it's
so
40 feet away
I'm
from
going to
the river.
brace in front of it. I go in front of Jebediah.
Jebediah had moved up pretty close. I didn't
yeah, I
think-
was
Jebediah
within
moved
melee
forward.
range.
I follow
Yeah, I
him.
don't think you can get there.
You only have 30 feet movement. Unless you have something that gives you extra movement.
Oh, okay. Well, my intent was to stay with him and get in
I
front
mean,
of
you
him.
can dash up to it, but you
Spirit
wouldn't be able to
Guardians
cast
has
spiritual
a
guidance.
range of 15 feet. Radius.
The spiritual guardian.
Yeah. The spell
Yeah.
you just cast?
Yeah.
He's in your range. 10 feet away from you.
Could I cast it on him then?
Centered on him or centered between the two of you so they'll both.
Well, Spirit Guardians, you center it on yourself.
Okay. So I just want to close, so I'm close enough to him anyway, so that I can
Yeah.
protect him. As soon as anything comes within that range, they'll take this damage automatically from these creatures.
At the start of his turn, if he fails to save, he takes full damage. If he doesn't, he takes half.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
And okay. And then, so I can't get in front of him. I just go beside him, or I'd like to
Well,
move in front of
you're
him.
10 feet away because you move 30 feet
Okay.
around.
So
Use
Sienna's
your main
like,
action.
back up. I'll cover you.
Yeah, not possible.
So, Gia's turn.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm finished. Sorry.
Okay, I was near Jebediah. So you said that it was about 40 feet away?
Yep.
Okay, well, I have 40 feet of movement because I have unarmed movement. And I got that at level 2, so A plus for level 2. So I'd like to move up to engage it, and I'm going to whack it two-handed with my quarterstaff. I'm going to go in for its knee.
Siona, you cast Shield of Faith, right? Before.
Yes. On Jebediah. No, on Serena.
And you
Hi.
cast Spirit Guardians?
I can't have two concentrations.
Correct.
Yeah.
As
So one was the first level spell, and the other one was the third level spell.
I think they're both
And-
concentrations.
Spirit Guardian, you cast on yourself in a 15-foot area around you. So if you cast Spirit Guardians, then he's within that 15-foot range of you.
Excellent.
Right to go.
Yeah, Siona's pleased. She wants to get right in there, and she'll stand side to side, shoulder to shoulder with Jebediah when she can.
So, Gio, what you get on your attack roll?
24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, that's shit. What am I rolling? D8. I'm doing it, I promise. So that is a total of 12 points of damage.
Okay.
And then he's going to spend a key point to knock it twice more. Oh no, she's going to. Yeah, she was going to keep on to do that. It'll be fun. Okay. So that is 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
So the first unarmed strike, she's going to swing kick towards its ankle, and that does 9 points of damage. And the second one is going to be a 19 to hit as well.
Yeah, that hits.
And
Nice.
that goes in for a total of 10 damage.
Okay, so I caught 9, 10, and what was the first attack's damage?
How how'd you get a +6 on your damage?
Because unarmed strikes are going to roll under a d4. My attack bonus is my proficiency plus my dexterity.
Yes, but you don't get your proficiency on your damage, so it would be a +5 on your damage.
My apologies, a +4 then.
So
I must have been taught wrong. That's just how I was taught by Dina. I've been playing for a couple of months. So it'd be -2 from all of those then. So it would have been 8 for the last strike, 7 for the second strike, and I think the first one was would be a 10 total. So 10, 7, and
So 25 points of damage.
total, yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Well done.
Serena, you lost the shield that was around you.
Yeah, where'd it go?
Spirit
Right.
guardians.
She cast another spell. Well, it's okay, I guess.
You're about 40 feet away from the hill giants.
All right. I'm going to move 30 feet to Jebediah and Siona. And I asked a question in the text chat. We talked about it one time before, but
I don't think I
just
have to
wanna know if
concentrate on
You
shield.
can only hold one concentration. Even if you twin a spell, you can only hold once.
It's considered one spell. It just has 2 targets.
Okay, then, yeah. If it's considered one spell, yeah, you could hold them.
Well, I just wondered, are they both concentration spells?
Well, it's the same spell.
Yeah,
It's
same
just
spell.
instead of one target, you can target 2. So
It's not like it creates a different spell and then goes ahead with it.
yeah. So if it's considered the same spell, then yeah, you can hold concentration on both of them, on both targets.
So I'm going to cast a Twins Shield of Faith onto Jebediah and Siona.
Okay.
And both, just 2 spheres, watery shields just form around my 2 hands, and I just kind of throw it onto them both.
Okay.
Interesting.
So, what are you going to do for your main action?
I'm going to pull out my last rock. I'm going to give it a quick kiss, and I'm going to cast Catapult.
That's a dex save.
Yep, DC 14.
He failed.
No, rock is going to explode.
Nice.
Him, The hill giant and the rock both take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Poor rock.
Hope, it's your turn.
Yeah, did the giant attack yet?
It hasn't got its turn yet.
It goes next, and we go
It's long.
squish.
And we get squished. Geo in particular
Yeah,
gets
but
squished.
Hope's gonna keep his action until he sees the attack before he do anything. Just drinking some beer.
What action are you holding?
Trying to take my club out and holding a Castellila and holding a clean flame blade.
You're not in range. It's 40 feet away.
But it should comes over to me.
Why would it come close? There are 4 of us surrounding it.
Yeah. It's not going to move anywhere. It has a targeted melee. It's going to take a swing.
So yeah, I'm gonna. How far away is this?
It's 40 feet from where the group was. If you were with the group, then it's 40 feet away from you.
I would take my robe out and move closer and cast fast step. That is a bonus action.
Okay.
It's like Misty Step, but a concentration spell, so I can teleport up to 60 feet every unoccupied space you can see
Yep.
in 1 minute. And I'm gonna try to get up on the shoulder and get the rope around the net I have.
So you're going to try and tie it up?
Yeah, if I can.
Okay.
And that is the rope to my immovable rock thing. I would use it.
Okay. So, make an athletics roll.
That is 17.
Yeah, you are able to start tying it around, but it's not. But it's not grappled or anything, so he can still move.
Yeah, so he just have a rope around his neck right now.
Yeah.
But is the tight good? The rope?
Yep.
Okay.
So now it's his turn, and he's going to smack.
Hulk smash.
He does take damage when he gets close to Jebediah.
Oh yeah. It's a
Saving throw.
wisdom save.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look.
What's your GC?
That would be 15.
He fails.
So he takes 3d8 radiant damage. So 15 points damage. Sizzles.
So he is gonna swing at Jebediah for a 27 to hit.
Let's see. Let me do a little bit of math here. I have Shield of Faith, right?
Yep.
And Blade Song, which is 6. Yeah, no, that's going to hit. Even if I were to cast Shield, it's going to hit me. So yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. 20 points of bludgeoning damage from that
Ouch.
attack.
That hurt.
And he missed on the second one.
Okay.
That's his turn.
Oh my. Jeb, are you okay?
Yeah, that hurt a little bit.
I'm coming.
Back to the top of the round with Jed.
All right. Well, now there's a whole bunch of people around me, and that's not good because if the giant can continue to hit like that, he's going to be able to wipe out almost anybody else as far as Jeb's concerned,
But
including
you have
him.
sneak attack on him.
Yeah, that's true. So Jeb is going to use green flame blade this time because we're not running anywhere. So green flame blade. Will a 17 hit?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right. So he's going to take a total of 32 points of damage. Let's see. That's if you want to break down. Do you want to break down on it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be 14 points of slashing damage, plus another 10 points of slashing damage. So, 24 points of slashing damage, 8 fire, and 1 acid.
Okay.
42 points of damage.
What are you going to do for your bonus action? Do you have a dagger?
I do have a dagger. Actually, I've got a short sword too, but I can't use it. I'm not using light weapons. I don't have the dual wielding feat, and the rapier is not a light weapon. So I can't.
Disengage to just so you don't get hit again.
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
I will be okay for that. If let's see, hang on a second. I've got to get to the spell list on this here. No. Healing elixir is a
It's a minute cast time.
Yeah, it's a minute cast time. It wouldn't do me any good. I'll down a potion as a interaction, but the rest of it, I'm just gonna hold fast, hold the line.
Okay. Fiona? It has taken a lot of damage.
I stride in and I yell at Jebediah, tell it. Give it quarter. Surrender now, or its life's forfeit. Quickly.
Jebediah will yell back, he's not going to listen. Hit it.
I go in for the kneecap. And I'm gonna also, as a war priestess, I can use my wisdom bonuses for bonus attack and my bonus move. So I go in for 2 attacks and killing strikes. So be it. Uh, 18 and a 15 for the 2 attacks.
18 hits.
Roger that. That is for 11 points damage.
How are you hitting it?
With my flail?
No, like, how are you coming in contact with it?
Oh, I was 10 feet away from it.
No, like, you moved up to it to hit it with your flail, but where did you hit it up with your flail?
In the knee.
Okay. Jaya, you went around to the side of it, right?
Yeah, I sort of swing kicked its knee, and then I was aiming my punches towards the back of its knee.
Okay. Jeb, Siona, Serena, and Hope make a dexterity save.
I think we threw it to the ground. We didn't. I didn't calculate that. Oh, that's not great. It's a 5. No, it's a 9 total.
No, G, it doesn't have to make that.
Oh, I don't. I think.
No, you were behind it.
Terrible.
This thing's falling forward.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. I'm 30 feet away from these guys.
Oh, I thought you moved up to them.
So
No,
I
he
got 10 feet.
didn't move up. He hasn't. That was last time he said he moved up to 30 feet. So that
Oh,
was
sorry,
30
I
feet
misheard
away.
you. So you don't have to make a save, but
Okay, I rolled a
Those
20. I rolled a 20. I sure as hell hope that it's high enough.
So I'm standing on the shoulders. Do I need stealth to do it? I rolled a 16, but
no, this thing's falling down. You're jumping off that thing. Giants are tall, so you have to make a dexterity save so you don't take damage from getting off that thing. No, wait, you have your spell, so you can teleport. So
yeah, that's a bonus action. Yeah.
so you teleport off that thing, but
Yeah.
Siona. Yeah, you're both able to get out of its path. It's dead.
Yay.
Well, shit, I didn't want to kill it, but I guess we had no choice.
Yeah.
So close to us.
It was that knee
By the
strike.
time the first round was over, it only had 35 health.
Yeah. I don't know how you surface worlders deal with obvious predators, but in the water, sharks don't talk to their food.
I understand what you say, but sharks cannot speak.
I have made holy vows to be good and commit no evil. But this guy wouldn't listen. We did a good
Actions
deed.
have consequences, and therefore, unfortunately for its actions had the consequence of death. It decided it was going to charge us, not the other way around. Therefore, my conscience is clean. And with that, Jebediah is going to search the giant for anything of value.
It has nothing of value.
We have to
Okay.
hack its head off and carry it back.
That's something Jebediah is not going to do.
I
Yeah,
cut
no,
its toe off.
she's okay. That.
I cut its toe off.
Yeah, see, a toe would be like, big giant toe, that kind of thing. But yeah, Jeb's not about to go sawing off the head of a giant or
240-pound head.
Yeah, no thanks.
Carry it back. Well,
I have a good one,
they
Caitlin.
normally carry bounties, don't they?
See you guys.
Well,
Oh, see you, Caitlin.
oh, bye.
Yeah, she had to go for lunch or something. So yeah, if we would take back a trophy, a hand or something would be all right, but a head is going to be a little difficult to.
Hope, you wanted a belt of giant strength?
Genitals.
Kinda, but I have my drunkenness now. Yeah, sure.
No, I want a belt of giant strength. Come on, yeah. What do we have to do?
Well, you need hill giant components to make a belt of hill giant strength.
Oh, okay. What kind of components do we need? Please don't say testicles.
Muscle.
Late.
It's
Okay.
It's essence of giant strength. It's basically what you're after. So muscle.
All right. So.
You basically you want the arms.
Yeesh.
I can do it. I saw somebody else do it, and I know how to do it.
All right, Jebediah is like, okay, well, this thing is going to go to feed the buzzards or the worms anyway, so.
I mean,
And there's a magic
as long
item.
as long as it's going to use as a magic item, I think it's okay to do.
That'll work.
And then I pull out my knife and sadistically, with blood-crazed eyes, start cutting open apart its arms.
Make a survival check.
I'll assist her on that.
Okay, so that's advantage with my +0.
Or I could do it because I
I
actually
got
do have
16.
16,
Yes.
you can do it well enough. Like, you didn't wreck any of it, but it's a little jagged, but it works.
I'm just covered in blood. I did it.
Yeah.
Jebediah will cast Prestidigitation to clean Serena off. And then,
Normally, hunters drain the body of blood before they start removing.
well, you know, water, dissipation, dilution is a solution to pollution, but yeah, she didn't, she didn't do that part.
Yeah.
We just skipped right to the butchering.
Sorry, I keep forgetting that on the surface world, blood just doesn't go into the water, and you know,
Does
she has one
have
eye and
gentle
one shark
repose
eye.
on it?
and her one shark eye is just completely
Gentle
dilated.
repose.
If you can cast gentle repose on the muscle parts and they won't degrade.
Well, I'll have to do it tonight after I rest.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we have proof now. I mean, we have a big toe and we have the giant's arms.
And testicles.
Well, hey, that's on you.
I'll just
Or,
I'll
you know,
just keep
in
these
your
for
in,
myself.
that's in your yes.
Gentle repose on those.
I don't burn the body.
Okay. Are you going to move it away from the fields into the wilds?
Yes, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, unless I have to burn it in the tutorial fire.
Really
Is
don't
Serena
want to
gonna
set.
make another pit to burn the body in?
I just thought I would do a wall of fire.
No, don't do that. Because then you'll burn down the field.
I'm to not tell a fucking giant.
Well, I mean, is everything underneath the giant pretty much squashed anyways?
If the fire gets out of control, we could end up doing more damage than a giant could do in 20 years of stealing food. It'd be best to drag it away
in
from
the
the
field,
fields.
but you are near the field. So if a fire gets out of control, it will definitely. It is close enough that it would spread.
Oh, I did this once before already. Give me a moment. And I just start abusing mold earth, and I just put it in a 20-foot hole.
Yeah.
And I don't cast the wall of fire in the 20-foot hole.
Really?
So,
And then I throw all the dirt on top of it.
After it's burned down, right?
yeah.
Well, if you burn it down, then the worms don't get anything.
Yeah, the crispy food.
I didn't talk to him.
Silly goat face.
Let's just burn it half down. We don't want the president to come here and dig it up.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess now that we've killed it,
You kill it.
okay, now that everybody but Hope killed it, I guess we go back to the farmers and let them know that the giant's been taken care of.
Okay.
I
So-
reveal the big toe to them as our trophy.
It's evening time by the time you get back there.
All right.
They kind of look a little saddened.
Mike.
And Jebediah will explain to him that we tried to
Oh yeah, no, he said he was gonna ask Mike. But
get the giant to maybe work for the collective farms for its food, but it refused. And we asked it to move along, and then it got bored of talking to us, so it charged us, and we had no choice but to kill it.
Uh,
We're gonna let him, just gonna be honest and let him know that we didn't want to kill it. We tried to give it options, but it refused, and it attacked first.
The reason why we never sent for need of help is since that thing's been around, we've had less and less issue with predatory animals like wolves and that. We've had less things trying to go after our livestock in the area. That's why we never sent for sent message to Illumina.
Well,
I point at the others. They're chill. I didn't kill them.
well,
we
I guess that in a way that does make sense. However, what is done, and as much as I would now like to undo what has happened, this information was not presented to us before we went out to talk to the giant. Had we known, then perhaps we could have come to an agreement with the giant, but at this point, unless you have a priest who would like to resurrect the giant, we're kind of SOL.
No arms.
I mean, we could have revivified him.
Actually, I could. Yeah. All right. Fine. We'll go get him.
Well, no, that's what's
Revivify won't work. You can only cast it within a minute. So, yeah, that sucks.
At this point, only true resurrection would actually bring him back.
Yeah, because we burned the body and we desecrated it by cutting off the arms and testicles or whatever else, and the toe. So yeah, we're yeah. Jebediah is now sad. We'll ask to stay the night and tell them that we'll be on our way in the morning. And
Awkward.
yeah, right. Like awkward silence, awkward.
You guys are
pause.
seasoned warriors. They're not gonna say no to you. That's the reason why they didn't mention the wolf thing in the first place. Is you were so adamant about it.
We can try to take care of the wolf problem. That's all I can think of.
Well, the wolf problem wasn't really all that bad to begin with, so it's sort of just. And
You have to get some beauty sleep.
Would it be possible to go out and find a wolf and cast animal friendship on it and have a wolf as a pet?
I can do that.
You would be out there for several days.
I have nothing better to do. I mean, I'm cool with it if anybody else wants to do that.
Yeah, you would be going back into the brush to find a.
And I mean, I'm not really too enthusiastic about carrying a big toe, a strand of giant sinew, and testicles.
I'll cast that repose spell on them. They won't. They won't rot or anything.
Yeah.
So the guys want to go out to the forest to find a wolf.
Yeah, get a wolf pet.
Yeah, you can. If that's how you want to spend your time.
Hope don't want to waste his time on that shit.
You're yeah. If you don't want, you can just head back to
Yeah,
Illumina
I'm
if you
gonna
want.
do that or bring him instead. I'm not gonna go after him.
Well, yeah. Well, the farmers are hoping you leave in the morning, so
Okay, well, I mean, maybe we can find a wolf on the way back to Illumina.
you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
It's closing time.
I
Okay.
didn't kill him.
I mean, this stuff is really heavy, so
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and I guess rest for the night, and then kind of make our way back to Illumina. See if maybe we can stop somewhere for um a wolf encounter if it's possible, and if not, we'll just go back to Illumina.
Yeah. You guys rest up, head out in the morning, and the road is surprisingly quiet on the way back.
Yes, the world itself is mourning the death of this gentle giant.
See, we are evil.
I'm not evil. It charged me, not the other way around. I was trying to be, I was trying to negotiate.
I know, I've witnessed.
Such
I
is
don't
life.
get what you guys are worried about. It clearly wasn't interested.
Yes, that is true. Okay, so
Yeah. So
we'll try we'll head back to Illumina and try to stop along the way in Forest or whatever. At least if everybody
you
else is
can-
okay with that.
when you get back into Luma, you can show the giant muscle to Chris, and uh, because it is one of the components he needs to make the belt of giant strength.
Okay, cool.
Mind you, the other components
Are probably not in existence anymore due to the dragon attacking, right?
No, he didn't.
I have to order out of another city to get the material components required. Therefore, it will take more time and more money.
Okay.
Raggedy.
Well, we can. I guess like offline we can.
Yeah.
In
Normally,
Discord talk about that.
the creation cost of a rare item, which is about the field giant strength, is 2,000 and 10 weeks. It's going to cost you 4,000, but still 10 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't have that kind of money yet.
Well, the muscle is gentle repose, so it's not going to decay. So as long as every 10 days someone casts gentle repose on it again,
Okay.
the
Okay, well, I do
the component is
appreciate
going to stay fine.
that, you know.
Yeah, we just have to get the money for the other materials and whatnot.
Yeah, and you turn in the toe.
Uh huh.
Yeah. Normally they would pay you 100 gold for that, but because of the current times, they can only pay you 50.
Okay. Is that 50 per or 50 total?
50 total.
Yeah.
What?
So yeah, 10 gold per person.
I give
So
my
9 gold actually,
gold.
because 10% has to go to the UAG.
Yep.
So everybody gets 9 gold.
I give my gold to Jebediah.
Okay.
You seem sad, so I thought I'd cheer you up.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So Jebediah will put the gold in his pouch and pat Serena on the arm.
Yes. She accepts his pets. And she smiles,
So,
accidentally showing off her shark teeth.
Ah,
that is all I have for the adventure. So if you guys have things you still want to do, but so you earned 9 gold and 1 experience.
Ooh, XP.
Yes.
Yeah, well done, Jedediah. You did put the effort in, though. What else could we do?
There's pretty much nothing else that that could be done at that point. It did want to listen, and it wasn't going to do. So yeah, it's dead.
Yeah, stop dwelling on the past. It's okay.
All right.
Pet the Jebediah.
Yeah, I think we're good. Maybe look for a wolf next time. I'll have my own zoo. It just won't be in Bag of Tricks.
Oh, Scotch.
Wow, well done.
Right.
Yeah.
All right,
Something-
so
I wonder. So, what was the mystery? This thing was just a friendly giant.
it was just
It was a giant that didn't like all the warmongering. His I'm forgetting what's the word of the group of giants.
clan. Yeah.
Clan. So he was just a giant that was around the area, and he didn't want. He saw that eating humans and eating beasts brought people to kill them, so he just ate vegetables and saw that creatures were harassing the farm, so he just one swing and it's not harassing it anymore.
Yeah, so basically, it was a gentle giant who didn't deserve death,
Yeah.
and
It was just a wandering giant that caused no issue.
right.
Damn.
Missed
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
But it had 5 intelligence. It didn't know how to defend itself verbally.
Oh well.
So tragic.
Yes, very. And
So
now, for posterity's sake, it's his death has been recorded for all to witness.
yeah.
So you said it was 1 XP.
Yep.
Awesome.
And thank you to anyone who decides to watch this video, because I never posted a link to watch it live.
Whoops.
It's all right.
Yeah. So to anyone who's watching this, have a good day.
All right.